Now we're live. Said been live for 2 minutes. That's interesting. See if anybody comes today. Sometimes I wonder. Almost 3 minutes and nobody's here. Boo-hoo. So I just sit here and look at the screen. Maybe I should look at YouTube. Man, I'm looking at YouTube. As my phone almost dead. I don't see that I'm live. Oh, somebody's here. Hey, whoever. Hope you can hear me. Got to wear my old man glasses so I can read if you post a message or a comment. Hey, Janet. How you doing today? I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I got a lot of shit to do. I got to post another new video. Posted one yesterday and I'll post another one today. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me that it's finally Friday, but for me it's actually Sunday because I have to go to my other job. Can you hear me okay? I hope it doesn't sound like I'm yelling. When I did the test, it said the microphone was working. I guess that's the trouble with working 7 days a week. I don't really get a Friday. Cool. I don't sound too loud like I'm yelling or anything. Oh, I'm supposed to set this thing up higher so people don't have to look at my damn nose. All right, I'll be right back. There, now nobody has to look at my snot box. Boo, 2 people's here now. That's cool. Hey, Miles. You made it. I just finished eating lunch, so I figured I'd stop in for a little bit. See if I can get somebody to thumbs down this one too. I still find that stuff funny. So let's see, it's 12:30 here, so it's what, 1 a.m. in China? No, today I did. No, I didn't eat ramen burrito today. I did use tortillas, but I had some sort of meat that Dawn made last night. Janet, that's Miles. Miles, that's Janet. Janet's supported my stuff from the very beginning, back when I used to just shoot it on my iPhone when I was driving home as something to do. I had a whole bunch of videos, but I deleted them all when I auditioned for America's Got Talent because of my language. I didn't want them to go through that and automatically disqualify me. Somebody left. Oh, maybe Miles because she has bad connection in China. So she may pop back in soon when her internet connection works. I got some dust on my screen. It looks like it's on my face. Yes, she's, like I said, she's been there from the very beginning. I used to enjoy shooting them on my phone. When I get my AC fixed, I may do some bonus videos where I shoot them on my phone again when I'm driving home. Because I have a 45-minute drive from work. So it helps keep me awake because I do fall asleep a lot while I'm driving. Yeah, you had popped, it had shown that you had left, but now I see you back and your comments are coming up. Yeah, my road rage. Everybody liked that part of it. I'm working so hard not to be that way, but yeah, that was the number one thing I got comments on was my road rage. But now I'm pretty much to the point where as long as they don't hit me or my kid's not in the car, I don't really care. So I don't yell at people as much as, well, yeah, I kind of still yell at them. Yeah, I know. That's what I was telling her, that your internet connection's always bad. But with all them people in China and all them people using the internet, I don't think there's any way they could make it good. I don't flip people off near as much as I used to. I'll still ask them, what the fuck, and throw my hands up in the air. But oh yeah, the internet in China has to be horrible. That many people, that's crazy. That's pretty cool that she stayed up this late to drop by. She's helped me out a lot. So I think I'm going to reshoot some of my old videos that have been really popular, and I'll shoot them in more of a, I mean, it'll still be me, but it'll be a language-wise friendly. Uh, thought the tech should be great there. Yeah, one would think. Yeah, I'm spoiled with my high speed too, because man, when I use my stepmom's internet out there, she has satellite internet, but man, that stuff pisses me off. But she's so used to it, it doesn't bother her. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it more PG, uh, because they really monitor for language now. And there's some people that get away with it, but because my goal is to get more and get pushed and get monetized. I mean, the people that I follow and I watch. Oh, that one girl was on there. That cute girl from Africa. She was in Kenya, right? That was on there this morning. So Janet knows I wasn't calling her that cute girl. She was cute, but that's literally her name, is that cute girl from Africa. I didn't want you thinking, wow, he's not normally like that. I was saying her name. Okay, that's cool. Oh, Ghana. That's where she was in Ghana. You're from. Okay. I know that's a big, big country. So yeah, me and Miles were talking this morning, and she was asking me if I'm always polite as I am because of how blunt I am. And I said, yeah, I'm like that combination. I'm just brutally honest and straightforward, but I'm actually quite polite. I use my manners and all that good stuff. Hold the door for strangers. Oh yeah, I thought she was cute too. But I was just explaining, I didn't just rudely call somebody that was her name. Did I get a chance to listen to that Google link? I don't know if I did or not. It seemed like, hey, why is my phone not working? I'm missing messages. I'm supposed to be out in the country working, but I didn't feel like going out there yet because it's hot. Hang on, responding to my mom right now. It is too damn hot. They were bragging that yesterday was the first day in almost 2 weeks that we didn't have a heat advisory, but it was still hot. Just standing around, you sweat. It's even hot in the shade. Um, but yeah, uh, Janet, send me that link again. I can't. I don't know what happened, but I can't remember. But regardless if I did or not, I'll watch it again. My memory, I get so much shit going on in my head, I can't remember what's going on or what I have done and what I haven't done. Probably doesn't help only getting 4 hours sleep a night and getting old, as much as I hate to admit it. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, I'm going to reshoot them because my corporal punishment in school video it still does really well, but I know that YouTube doesn't really push it. It just happens to be in one of my playlists. Well, you are older than me, so. But I didn't say your memory's all slipped up like mine is. But yeah, they don't really push that video, but it does really well, and it's in my playlist. It's the first video on my playlist, so when people come to my page, am I talking too fast? Because I know Miles don't know this, but I talk fast to hide my accent. If I talk slow, I sound like a hicky hick. Okay, I'm not talking too fast. Okay. Yes, exactly. That's my plan. That's why I'm going to reshoot them is to watch so I can watch my language because I just let it go, being me the way I talk. So I know that they're not pushing the video, but it's still doing well. I'm okay. Cool. Yeah, if I slow down, y'all will be like, "Who is that talking?" Because it used to be much worse when we first moved to Germany, and I learned to speak German. I spoke with a very heavy Southern accent. So once I learned to speak German, I spoke it 80% of the time. My accent kind of faded, but as soon as we came back to the States, it came back just not as heavy as it used to be. And the Germans were so polite because they knew I was an American. For example, when you say, "How are you today?" it's "Wie geht es dir heute?" But I would say, "Wie geht es dir heute?" The way uh, I normally just say the shitter for that reason, so that that's why I normally just say the shitter instead of that word that you wrote that everybody else can see. But the Germans were always polite. While I was losing my Southern accent, speaking German, or when I first started doing it, they just kind of tilt their head a little bit because the words were right. They just never heard no shit like that before. They're like, "Uh?" But they were super polite. And then I learned to speak well enough that my German teacher thought I was German. One day I was the last person speaking in class, and you had to say goodbye to the class. And so instead of saying Wiedersehen, I said Avita Schnitzel. And she asked me what my mother would think if she heard me say that. I said, my mother wouldn't know if I was saying the right thing or not. She doesn't speak German. And it blew her mind that I had learned to speak German that well in that short of a period of time. But since we lived with the Germans and I preferred hanging out with the Germans, it came quite easy. when you're immersed in it. I guess Miles probably went through the same thing when she first moved to China. Once you're in it all the time, it comes easier than trying to learn it when you don't have to. And the Germans are still polite. Whenever I speak to a German in German, they tell me how good it is, and I know it's not. I have problems rearranging the sentence. Most other languages do that. They don't speak like we do. Trying to think of a good example. I can't think of one right off the top of my head, but in German, I know Spanish does it, French does it, Italian does it. The sentence structure is slightly different than English. So that's where I have a problem, but I have all the words correct. So the Germans are usually cool with it. I never met a rude German while I was there because I made the effort and they knew I was making the effort. And I can always tell when, man, I'm talking like 90 miles an hour. I can always tell Americans that have been to Germany and they were assholes, or they didn't go out into the country and interact with the people, because they'll say how bad Germany sucked. Yeah, I know. English is the only one, as far as I know, that doesn't do it. I mean, even proper English, their sentence structure is slightly different than ours. I think that's why everybody thinks we're so dumb. But yeah, I've been going back through my video list, picking out the ones that have done really well. I think could probably do better if I updated them, and because a lot of people click out really quick when they hear that language, because they just can't get past the language and listen to the message. I had somebody subscribe to me a couple of nights ago. Excuse me, I just swallowed spit down the long pipe. Wouldn't it be weird if I died right now and y'all think I was joking? Yeah. When I talk to a lot of foreigners learning to speak English, they struggle with that the hardest, because how many meanings one word has and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I know, right? Dawn always tells me, she said, one day I'm going to drop dead and nobody's going to believe me. And she got her story backed up, or her thought backed up, confirmed the other night. We were watching a documentary and they were talking about a comedian magician that died on stage. They actually have video footage of him just dropping dead, and the crowd was roaring with laughter because they thought it was part of the act. And somebody reached from behind the curtain to pull him back behind the curtain. But yeah, that'll probably be me. I don't know. As much as I get people, I don't usually play about dying. I'll say something like that, choking, that kind of shit. But no, I wouldn't really act like I died. I think the last bad thing I did was when I used to shoot my videos on my phone. So one of my friends from teenage years, she said she worried about me shooting the videos while I drive. And I was like, well, I don't pay attention to the camera. I'm just holding it there and driving. So one day when I was driving home, and Janet, you might remember this, I started flipping the camera around going, ah, like I had wrecked. I think that was the last thing like that I did. In 20 minutes, and I still got 3 people here. Yay! Oh, really? I'm sure it happens probably more than we know or we hear. There was a guy, he just recently died, this comedian. His father was a comedian, and he would participate in one of those roasts where they talk shit, but it was back in the, I think, late 60s, early 70s. He went up on stage and killed. He was the funniest person of the night, walked off stage, sat down in his seat, or walked away from the podium, sat down in his seat, and fell over on the other guy. And they thought that he was joking, and then they realized that he had died. But he went up there, gave the performance of his life, went and sat down and died. Yeah. A quick tip, if I was wrecking, there would be a lot of foul language, not me screaming like a girl. I don't think. I like to say it, and I like to think I'd go out cool. Like, well, that's peculiar. It looks like I'm about to hit that truck. Like in the Kiss song, that's probably why I think that, because in that Kiss song, Detroit Rock City, light staring at my eyes, I gotta laugh because I know I'm going to die. I can't imagine laughing knowing that I'm fixing to eat it. Eat it! You said Josh was going to drop in for me. He dropped in for one comment, and now he's gone. Or maybe he just don't want to talk. Or maybe he's just listening to me going, that dude's weird. I am weird. I embrace my weirdness. You got to give me a new cup. My name's fading. Well, get a new cup. I will make a new cup at work. That's very true. Better to die cool. But I don't really want to die. I'm not afraid to die, but I don't want to die. I like to think if I go out, I'm going to go out cool. There you are. I've always told Dawn the way she'll know normal life is boring. Yeah, it is. I learned that a long time ago. That's like when I hear people say, well, I'm just like everybody else. Nah, that sucks for you, dude. I don't want to be like everybody else. I enjoy being me. What the hell was I fixing to say? I always tell Dawn that if somebody was like rob the store where I work when I'm not at Walmart, the way she'll know is because I'm going to say "fuck you" right before they shoot me. But I don't know. It's one thing to say when a gun's not pointing at you. It's totally another thing to say when one is pointing at you. But I will say, of course, I was 19. The last time somebody pointed a gun at me, I put him in the hospital. And I carried his gun for good luck. That's a long time ago. Probably can't tell now because I'm like old, gray hair, old man glasses. Hank from Breaking Bad. Yeah, please like the stream. That would be nice. I really appreciate it too because it helps me. Y'all being here helps me a lot. My name is A6 Schrader. Why do I know that, but I don't know that? You're probably going to have to tell me, Josh. I'm an old dude. And I didn't watch all of Breaking Bad. I think I only watched like the first season and a half. Probably because it brought back a lot of memories. I didn't do blue meth, but I did enough meth that I could have supplied that show for all the seasons. That was a long time ago. Whew. Fortunately, I survived. There you go. That's it. My daughter loved the show, so I knew I'd heard that before, but she liked that and that guy that killed the bad guys. Shit. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know. I guess that's what I get for not watching it. Dexter, that's it. She loved that show. Would tell me about it all the time. I tried to watch. I just could not get into it. But I tried. Especially with my daughter, because we have this. She's a female version of me, literally. So when she tells me to watch something or listen to something, I do. Oh wow, y'all get to see me burp and everything. That's awesome. If you see me go like this, I probably farted. I'm really big on super nerdy shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love American movie classics, and there's a lot that I watch, but I watch a lot of documentaries. I got a lot of dumb shit I watch too, but a lot of documentaries. I watch enough that Dawn gets mad at me because I'll be watching something. She's like when I watch the one about the world's greatest sushi chef, she's like, "What the hell's wrong with you? Are you going to become a sushi chef?" No, but this story's amazing. He's the only chef that has a rating which is given to 4-star hotels. He has it's either 2 or 3 year waiting list for people to eat at his restaurant. He only serves, I think it's 10 people or 8 people at a time. And that's it. He opens just for them. They come in and sit down, they eat, they leave, he closes. The people who sell him his supplies are honored that he buys their supply. Sushi chef is a hard thing to say. Yeah, it's not quite as hard as rubber baby buggy bumpers, which when I first became a DJ, they made me say that all the time to clear up my language on the mic, because a lot of people don't know speaking on a microphone is not the same as speaking in real life. You actually have to adjust your speed when you speak so that it comes out clear. You also have to know what words to enunciate, where to put certain pauses. Oh, yeah. We don't do McDonald's. My granddaughter used to love chicken McNuggets and McDonald's fries, but after she watched, I don't know if that was the documentary. We watched something. She refuses to eat from anything from McDonald's, and it's not that anyone's better than the others. Just, I mean, it's pretty much all garbage. But she won't eat it at all. Burger King, Burger King. I would eat from there because they have a veggie burger. Now they have a thing called the Impossible Whopper, which is a veggie burger made like a Whopper. So I'll be trying that. I haven't gone full on vegetarian again, but I don't eat meat that often. I don't drink milk. I quit drinking milk, I think 3 years ago. I don't drink any milk at all because it's bad for you. I watch how much eggs I eat because that's not really good for your allergies. And here in Texas, our allergies are due to the heat and the dryness are just crazy. Oh yeah, to do review me. Oh, the burger. Yeah, some lady beat me to it. But then again, I guess I could do my kind of review, and it'd be better than. It's not too bad. It tastes like shit. I'm gonna tell you, it tastes like shit. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. But everybody I've watched do reviews on food, they actually eat it on camera, and I don't know if I want to eat on camera. It's a spectacle to see because I eat fast. I eat real fast to the point that Savannah has picked up how I eat, and we're trying to tell her, no, don't do that. Crystal eats a lot like me too. I was the only person in basic training that didn't have a problem eating in the time limit that was allotted. There was a lot of people that couldn't do it. Like, there's plenty of time. I get to eat and go stand out here and wait for you. Let's see something cool I can do. Oh, look at that. I don't know why I thought I'd do that, but what the hell. What else is going on? I finally learned how to floss, and I don't mean floss my teeth, the dance. Savannah kept pestering me about it, and I couldn't do it. It's a stupid dance. And I was making fun of it at work and did it. So now she knows that I can do it, and she makes me do it. She's a lot of fun until she gets pissed off. This would be cool if they had this back in the days when I did acid. Me and my friends used, because we had so much fun when we drop acid, we were like, we should record this shit. Everybody would love to hear this. So we did. Oh, her first day of school went great. This whole week's been great. Minimal issues. Mox Nick shit. She has some personal things for her. So nothing went bad. She's got one of her friends from last year in her class. And then she's made a bunch of new friends. So it's going well. She's got a good teacher. So she does really well in school. She's never gotten in trouble in school. And I'm fixing to burp. Wouldn't it be weird if I burped and like shit came out of my mouth and nose, and then I had to go, sorry. Yeah, we were super excited. We worry at the beginning of each school year because mainly because of her separation anxiety, and she doesn't like things changing. So she did really well last year, but that school only does pre-K. So she had to go to a different school, which she was just devastated about. But we told her she's going to the place she's going to school with is where I went to first and second grade. And ironically, my first grade teacher was the lady who owned the private kindergarten that I went to and got kicked out of. That was awesome. She was a great teacher, though. We didn't have any problems except once. She made me cry. I was done with all my. Yes, I've cried a few times. Um, I didn't have anything to do. I'd finished all my work and I thought she'd be proud. And she said, well, find something to do. And I said, I don't have anything to do. Yeah, that probably did help having a friend from last year, seeing a familiar face. She's seen a few other kids around the school. They're just not in her class. So, um, but when I told her I didn't have anything to do, she came over and dumped my desk out on me. Well, not like over my head, but on my lap and told me, now you have something to do. And man, I cried like a little bitch. She's mad at me. Weird what kind of shit you remember. We were just talking the other day about music making you cry. And as I've gotten older, I haven't cried, but I get moved to that point. Like when I watch Forrest Gump and Forrest is talking to Jenny under the tree. My kids had never seen me cry. And every time we get to that point, because it gets me every time, they would look, is this going to be the time he cries? The last time I cried was 5 years ago, well, a little over 5 years now. We're coming up on 6, when I wrote my dad's eulogy. The weird thing is, I only cried I didn't cry when I wrote it, when I read it back, because I read things, whenever I write stuff, I read it back to see that the cadence and tempo is correct. It made me cry. And then when I read it for them, it made me cry. Oh, I know. That's such a sad part. I don't know. It really gets me. I don't cry when I go to people's graves and talk to them. There's very few people I go to their graves. My dad's the one we go to every year as a family. But prior to that, I had a girlfriend that got killed. I didn't do it. I had a girlfriend that got killed. And I used to go to her grave quite a bit because she came to my house and caught me with another girl. She didn't know the girl was inside, but to keep her from coming inside, we got in a fight. So my last words to her were, I hate your fucking guts. She knew I didn't, and she had told my best friend that she knew because he was telling her, he was just mad. She said, yeah, we're going to get back together. Well, before we got back together, somebody shot her in the head and killed her. So that was kind of sad. I got to get me some more tea. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. All three of you stay right where you're at. I'll share some more shit with you when I come back. You can come up. You can ask questions. I cry when I see someone crying. Even as I've known people like that. My first wife used to cry when she saw people in pain, even if she didn't know them. If she saw them, it just, whatever it was. I mean, it was weird. But think of something you want to know about me, and I'll answer when I come back. Y'all are back. Yay. That's something I've developed as I've gotten older, was empathy. That doesn't mean I was totally insensitive as a kid. Janet already knows because videos I've talked about it. My biological father abused us, beat the shit out of us. We cried, we got beat. If we acted like a puss, we got beat. If I fell out of a truck at 60 miles an hour and I cried, I got a spanking. I don't think I'm a crier, but just something that comes. I understand that. That's cool. I mean, like Janet said, I think that's empathy. That's a good, strong quality. I think due to my past, I've developed into someone who shows more empathy, and I feel more sympathetic towards people that are in bad situations. Except for, and I address this. Is it on? I can't remember if it's on the newest video that I just posted or the one that I have to post today. But I mentioned bums. I don't feel sorry for bums. There's a difference between a bum and a homeless person. Homeless person didn't choose to be where they're at. They're just in a really shitty situation. But bums, as I've learned as I've gotten older, they're just sorry fuckers, and they put themselves in that spot. So I don't feel sorry for them. I had taken a bus to Florida, and when I changed buses in Houston, the bus literally comes out of the bus station and drives down Skid Row. Those dudes did not feel bad about where they were at. They're out there waving and cheering and being silly. That's ugh. And then when I got to Orlando, Janet wants me to ask you about UFOs. Dude, I'm an alien. I came here on a UFO. I firmly believe in them because I know. I've all right. I got to tell you this story first. I truly do believe in UFOs because to believe that human beings are the most intelligent beings in the entire galaxy or any galaxy shows stupidity. We cannot be the only beings. And if the government didn't think there were other intelligent life, they wouldn't spend all that money sending that constant message out into the depths of space. What are they going to do when they guide someone here? Oh, there they are. Let's go eat them. They're stupid. When my daughter was in the second grade, I used to go have lunch with her all the time. She had this little boy that was crushing on her, and he used to. Oh, and I'll tell you two stories about her. I guess I should tell the first one first because it makes it funnier. Second grade, before this incident happened, we were standing in our backyard, and there was a helicopter that was so high up in the sky you could see the lights, but you couldn't hear it. So she asked me, "What is that?" So I looked at her really calm and I said, "Go look in the bottom of your closet and get your spacesuit. We're going home. That's a UFO." And she started crying. I don't want to be an alien. My biological father always told us we were aliens. He would be driving around at night, pull over, make us get on the hood of the truck, and try to flag down the UFOs. So I did that to her. So fast forward a few months. I was having lunch with her at school. She's sitting beside me, and this little boy who was crushing on her sat beside her. Now, he was at that age where he told the most bizarre lies. Like he told us, my brother burned down our house last night, but fortunately my room didn't burn, so I have clothes and I can come to school today. He was that kind of a liar. So he had said some bullshit, and my daughter said, "So we're aliens. We're in your second grade. Who's your number one reference of proof?" She said, "Ask my dad." So he leaned around and said, "Hey, are y'all aliens?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Where's your spaceship?" I said, "It's hidden out on Fort Hood in some bushes, but don't tell anybody." You would have thought I set him on fire. He jumped up and started screaming, "They're aliens! They're aliens!" Screaming. I said, "Sit down. You tell anybody else, I'll come and get you and your family." Then I told him I was just joking. We're not really aliens. I know that was mean, but holy shit, that was funny. I got tired of listening to lie to my daughter about all that stupid shit. Oh, and when my son was in the second grade, same scenario happened with my daughter. See a helicopter, and she goes, "Hey, Zach, you know what that is?" He said, "No." She said, "It's a spaceship. Go look in your closet and get your spacesuit because we're going home." And he said, "Cool." She was pissed because he wasn't scared. Oh, fun times. So Did Janet want you to ask me that because you don't believe in them, or I mean, because it's cool if you don't. I'm not judging you. I mean, I just do. We can't be it. Oh yeah, he was awesome. I mean, he still is awesome. He's a great person. Not that my daughter's not great. She's just too much like me. I love her to death. I mean, I can't even be mad at her. Well, I mean, I can be mad at her. She pisses me off. Don't get me wrong, but I love being a parent. It's the greatest thing ever. Oh, okay. Because a lot of people go at like at work. There's this dude who's like probably an inbreeder. His dad's actually his uncle's brother's son or some shit like that. He was telling my friend that gay is a choice, and my friend said, "Go ask Bob," because everybody knows what a nerd I am. So he came and asked me, and when I explained how it's not a choice, oh, hang on, hello, not really. I'm live streaming. What do you need me to do? I'm doing that live stream, but I can stop. What do you need me to do? Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. I'll be over in just a few. You bet. I love you. Bye. Oh, so I don't remember what the hell I was saying. Somebody help me. I'm old man. I forgot already. Phone call threw me off. See, I'm like a dog. Ooh, the shiny thing. Um, Wait, I wasn't leaving yet. I want to finish my story. I told her in a few minutes. I just need to know what I was saying because I forgot. I can't count how many times I've stood up to go in the kitchen to get something. I get into the kitchen. I don't know why I'm in there. I'm blaming age. Squirrel. Yeah, I can see that. So somebody tell me what I was saying. Put me back on the right track. Point me in the right direction. Wave a shiny thing so I can go that way. Uh, gay. Now I remember. So when I told him, he got pissed off. Yes, I had a squirrel moment. I knew exactly what Josh meant. Um, so when I told him, he got really pissed off, and he started telling me what's what. I said, "Well, there's no scientific fact on that. This is scientific fact. What I'm telling you, you have the world at your fingertips. Why don't you Google something and educate yourself?" Man, that dude was pissed. He didn't talk to me for months, which was cool. I've had a lot of people get pissed off at me about shit like that. I had a guy that I work with now that I think it took like 3 months to get over it. He said that I can't remember what it was about heaven, but he said he knew he was going into heaven. I said, no, you have faith that you're going into heaven. He said, it's the same thing. I said, no, it's not. If you know something, you know all the facts, and there is nothing that's going to stop you from doing that. Faith is believing in the unknown, that you're that sure in the unknown. And oh my God, he flipped shit on me. I, I wasn't even shitting on your beliefs, dude. I was just saying there's a difference. Don't say it's a fact if it's just faith. There's a bad electrical connection out on the pole. I think the transformer's getting ready to go, and maybe the electric companies wait until it blows up, which happens from time to time here. Not here at our house, but in our city, before they replace it. Because when the electricity kicks on at the building across our back fence, it makes everybody's lights dim on this side. And they're aware of that, but oh, we'll get to it. Or, oh, okay, thanks for calling. Okay, Thanks for hanging out, Miles. I appreciate it. And if I don't see you on mine, I will see you on yours as soon as I get a chance. I have to go to bed early tonight, so I may not get to see you in a little bit. Yes, I've heard a lot of people dying from vaping. Vaping is not the cure all like everybody hoped it would be. Okay, Miles. Thank you. Um, Vaping, I knew from the beginning, and I tried it when it first came out, not to be cool. You're still here. That was quick. Um, when I first heard about vaping and I tried it, it wasn't for me. Uh, Plus, you see all the dipshits run around seeing how big of a cloud they can make. That's retarded. But okay, I get that. I just had to answer the phone. But yeah, I had read early studies about vaping was not safe, that it had these other problems. So I've studied, I read into it, not just so I know. Like I said, all my friends ask me stuff. So uh, I like to have answers. Plus, most of them don't believe me. If they ask me something and I say I don't know, they don't believe me. They think I'm just joking around. But yeah, vaping is just a whole different issue. And if I remember right, it seems like I've read that they don't have the regulations that other people have, the tobacco companies have, which most of your tobacco companies are backing away. Philip Morris is buying up hemp farms because as soon as it's legalized, I guess everywhere or more places, and they want to be ahead of the game. And it probably won't be long before pot. I've said all along how they could do it and what a good idea it is, because the THC levels can be controlled in pot. Just like alcohol, they control the amount of alcohol in it. So alcohol is like what we drink, like tequila and all that shit, is not like moonshine. And even though people still make moonshine, and the shit you see sold in the stores, it's called moonshine, is not moonshine. It's just booze, but they write moonshine on it because it's clear. Ooh. Everybody's gone? Oh. Well, I guess that worked out well because somebody's here. Who is it? That way I don't have to be rude and just turn it off. I can say goodbye to someone. Huh. Who's here? Watch it be somebody else. I'm talking all silly like we've been talking all day, and it's just somebody else. Be like, what? You don't know me like that. Well, who's here? Tell me who's here so I know who I'm saying goodbye to. Because I get to go trim some tree branches in 100-degree weather. Mmm. Ran this one almost an hour today. Had 3 people. That's cool. And actually talked a lot. Instead of a bunch of me sitting around just looking. Who's here? Time is clicking. Oh, everybody's gone. Well, I want to thank y'all for hanging out. I enjoyed it. Hope y'all did. and I'll do it again. I may even do another one today. We'll just have to see how it goes. If not, it'll be Tuesday before I get to do it again. Until next time, have a great day. Make someone laugh if you get the chance. Y'all already know who I am. Peace!